Pizza time.
It's the podcast. Here we are. Episode 35 of A Pizza My Life. I'm Pizza Eric. And with me is the roller hockey legend himself, Mr. Sean Sauce.
First time you came up with one on the spot. Wow. Also, your dancing was good, but not as good as last week.
Yeah, well, me and Heather really get hype when we dance. And, now it's just, there's no Heather. She can't be here every week to be.
Brad was going a little bit with you.
Brad was a little bit, but he's a
I
little
started
bit
feeling on your biceps,
timid.
honestly. Yeah.
Understand.
He's
Lost
got
track
two
of my
turned on.
hands.
He's got two turned on.
I am pretty buff.
Lost track of my hands.
That is our guest this week. Jumping in, of course, you know him as Banana Brad.
Banana bread. I thought we were going to go with the classic Breadmans.
I like banana bread, though, because it sounds like banana bread.
Exactly. That was
Banana bread is clever.
It works.
I give
because
you
banana
that,
bread. A lot of people call you bread.
A lot of people call me
A
bread.
Why do
lot of people.
call you bread?
He used to work in the bread factory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there you
I
go. That
did.
makes sense then.
Yeah. There was a year in my life there where it was a dark year. It was a very dark year.
Yeah, all you
But-
did was just carry buckets of just bread mixture around.
Did you get free bread?
No. Unless the conveyor stopped and bread started raining from the ceiling, I did not get any
No
free bread.
benefit then.
Did that happen ever?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
But I had to eat it on the spot. We had to
Oh.
almost swarm in on that bread that fell from the
You
ceiling.
guys were like a bunch of like
vultures.
seagulls.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone just dropped some bread down. You're like, fuck.
There's
yeah,
something
we're
to
Yeah.
be said about a hot loaf of bread that fell from the ceiling. You guys have never had.
You don't know.
I've
a
never
hot
had that
loaf
conveyor
of
bread.
Aunt Millie's
You don't
bread.
know until you get that loaf of bread falling from the ceiling.
Maybe get a job there and find out.
I worked
Just for that experience.
It was terrible. Don't do it.
I worked for Coca-Cola, as has been established.
Anytime you dropped a Coke, you got it.
When you drop something and it exploded,
You chug that.
it was best to just start chugging it, because otherwise you just had more to mop up. So if something hit the ground and started like spewing out, it's like, get that thing to your mouth.
See, Eric, just go.
And it's like essentially like you're shotgunning.
That's the clip. Get that thing to your
shotgunning.
mouth.
Get that thing to your
You
mouth.
drop it, it starts spewing out. Get that thing to your
Yeah,
mouth.
it hits the ground. It starts. It's going. Pss, pss, pss. Get your mouth on it.
Get your mouth on it.
Puzzle,
Just
puzzle.
suck.
Get your mouth on it and start.
Get your mouth on it.
glucking
Just
down.
start sucking away.
Just slurp, slurp.
Just keep going. Jeez. Go until you burp.
What is this? Oh, okay, what are we doing?
Slurp till you burp.
What are we doing? What are we doing here? Let's get on
Talking
track.
about pop.
Edit that out.
Wow, wow, guys, welcome to episode 35. With us is Banana Brad, and
Sure.
Brad, it's a good week to have you on because we are in a fantasy football league,
Yes.
and that is coming up. Our draft is on Thursday evening,
Yes, sir. I cannot wait.
and part of the thing we do with the league is that the person who came in last the previous year has to wear a dress to the next draft.
Yes.
Now,
Previously,
Sadly,
I heard that
yes.
was Brad has been holding down that.
Brad is a regular.
There's a small history.
How many dresses have you worn? For the.
If we're talking just
so-
fantasy league.
yeah. Just for the
Seven.
fantasy league.
So seven.
Several.
So we've done this 7 years,
Okay. I don't like to do all the math, Eric, but I've worn
but
it. I've worn it 3 times.
3 times. So you are
Out of
a dress.
I like to
wearer.
call it 8 years because I've won the first one.
Well,
Uh,
that's going back before the league even started. But for this
Wait,
league,
how do you win it before the league starts?
because it's like different people, but like
Okay,
most of the
gotcha.
league,
It was like-
and Brad
yeah.
won that one. So sure, maybe he's a 2-time champion.
On the bright
but
side,
not really.
you've worn the dress less than 50% of the time,
that's a really bright side. Yes. I
Out
have not
of
thought
10
of it.
people that could potentially wear it.
but less than 50%.
There you go, Brad. That's the bright side.
I've come up with 3 glamorous dresses.
This is like red carpet worthy.
I don't know about red carpet. I'm thinking more
No.
like a brown carpet worthy.
Ugh.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, it
I don't
sounds
know what that
gross.
means.
That sounds
either, but
terrible.
I'm thinking like
It's like the
Arabic
shit
rug
awards.
type thing. Flaunt that.
What color? What colors have you rocked?
I rocked a purple one.
So the first one was the cheetah dress.
First one was the cheetah dress. The cheetah
Actually,
dress.
maybe let's do
cheetah
this.
dress.
Rank your dresses. 1
I
to
think
3.
they've gotten worse as the years have gone by.
like worse.
Like he's put less effort into it.
Okay.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Was the first one the cheetah dress?
The first one was the cheetah dress. You were into it. You had a wig.
Okay.
I did have a wig.
Yeah.
That was a little above and beyond. I wore that for shock value.
But it was good.
Makes sense.
I
It was a
should've
good
worn
look.
high heels and lipstick while I was at it, but no, I chose just to wear the old wig.
That's
And
fine.
All good.
Works.
The second time you wore like a purple skirt and like a outfit.
Yeah.
They were what, like a tennis pro?
No.
Not like
no,
a tennis pro.
In my mind, it was supposed to look like a French girl.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yes. I went to the thrift store. I
Yeah.
got a fitted, at least it felt fitted to me,
It fit you.
fitted purple dress.
Yeah.
It was cute, I must say, and with a purple French hat that went along.
You did. Yeah, the hat
you had a
really set
beret?
it off.
The hat was like, wow, you look like Doug Funny's sister from Doug.
Oh.
Yes. Like if you,
What was her name?
I forget.
I'm drawing
but-
a blank as well.
Judy.
Judy.
Judy. Yeah, Judy Funny. That sounds right. If you can picture that, that's exactly what Brad looked like. We did a side
Like
by
a little
side.
French girl.
We did
I
a side by
rocked it.
side, and it was spot on.
and then the last one was.
And then the last one was like, I don't know, you just
It was
got
just kind of like a gray silver, right?
Yeah.
It was
you just pick something. On
like it was
guys.
just like you were just
Whatever.
like, let me.
starting to get old.
Yeah.
This was my second in a row, 3 out of 4
Yeah.
years having to wear this dress, and it just got old.
Yeah,
we
you were
got-
done with it. You're over it.
I don't even think I bought this one. I think I wore this out of Meg's closet.
I appreciate the dedication to at least wearing a new dress every year.
I know. I'm not gonna
That
recycle.
No,
dresses.
I appreciate that because there's some people who I think would probably just recycle. They just be like, hey, whatever. If I lost again,
Yeah.
I'm not spending more money.
I'm
just
only gonna
recycling
own
this.
one dress.
Yeah,
ever.
How many dresses can one man have?
Yeah.
That's
You
the perk of
hope
being married.
you
I
hope
guess.
that you only have to do this once.
You hope.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works for everyone.
No.
Which brings us to who's the loser this year?
So the loser this year is myself. So I went, I did the illustrious move of going from first and winning the championship to the following year last and losing.
Yep.
Through no fault of my own, I want to say.
I will say I
I
took-
stand by my team as being a good team, and I had bad matchups and some bullshit went down, and
I had your little checklist that you
Upsetting.
made for my leagues, and it didn't help me either. I came second
You
and
made a
second to
checklist?
last. Your little spreadsheet that you make of like, hey, here's the guys to
alright.
draft.
Okay.
I don't believe
Eric's
that.
secret list.
You know,
I
I
don't believe
came
that.
second to last, and then the other one I actually did. My team was really good. I lost I won the championship.
Oh.
Wait, you won? Okay,
So I won one and lost one.
all right. So I gave you a spreadsheet, and it led to you winning one of your leagues.
And then losing the other one.
You can't hassle me at
Well,
all.
the tides have turned.
Oh, you
Can't
lost yours
hassle me
though.
at all. Yeah, but I almost won my other league.
Okay, but sounds like
I'm either
it's 50-50.
So I had some on that spreadsheet. I had like some guaranteed. I was like dead on, and then there's also some where I was way off. So it depended on how kind of the draft fell and which players you looked at
Hit big,
that
miss
I
big.
told you to pick.
Yep.
So
Yep.
So and then
when you're swinging to hit some dingers,
you're
you're gonna hit some dingers and you're gonna get some strikes.
Yeah.
Hit that dinger.
All right, that's fine.
Hit it out of
So
the park.
so what should we expect
All good.
out of your dress?
So obviously, everyone knows. Obviously, I'm gonna wear a pizza dress.
Obviously, I have seen it.
Obviously, I'm gonna wear a pizza dress.
It's a
I'm-
slutty pizza.
I am. I'm conservative.
Greasy pizza.
Conservative
Greasy.
up top. You know,
Party down below.
but I am. The legs are on display.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I also think that we talked
excited for
about
that.
it before, but I think you lucked out heavily that this is not being done out in public.
Absolutely.
that's true. So I don't. This will just be contained to my house.
Yep.
I do not have to leave. And usually, in the years past, we've gone to Buffalo Wild Wings. This year, we are just doing it from my house, but it will be live streamed. So
And we'll put the link to the live stream in the episode here.
yeah, it'll be my live stream too. So it's the Pizza My Life Twitch stream
On this
is
URL.
where we will be.
Tune
There'll
in
be pictures.
Thursday night.
There'll
Thursday
be
night. What's the start
clips
time?
and videos. I think we're starting at 7. I think
7,
is the
okay.
time. So
Everyone turn in
keep
to
an
see
eye out.
Eric wear a dress.
Twitch.com
It's gonna
/
be
Pizza My
great.
Life. you should be able to see me in a dress.
I'm hoping we
Brad,
see some spins.
Brad, do you have advice for wearing a dress?
Advice: you just gotta wear it confidently. You gotta really, really show the haters that you don't care what they think.
You gotta just be you
You're
own
gonna
up
rock
to it.
Yes.
We'll do a drinking game. Every time Eric shows an upskirt, everyone takes a drink.
Dude.
I feel like we're
I'm
gonna
hoping
hammer.
for one drink.
I think we're gonna get hammered.
It's really crazy. The more I think about it, so like we're doing this draft on Thursday because our league we couldn't figure out like a time to do this on the weekend.
Near impossible.
It just did not
Everyone's
work out
working
this
from home.
year.
I feel like it doesn't matter as much now.
Didn't work out. So it's really kind of crazy to me that I am going to invite a bunch of guys to my house,
Wear a dress.
put on a dress, do a live stream, and then just wake up the next day and log in and be working. Like it's just
what if
life
your
is
coworkers
just
see?
normal.
What if your coworkers saw?
I
Hey,
hope
it's
they
possible.
do. Mine have all seen.
Yeah.
And
It's possible.
it's
I don't
something
care.
you got to go through.
I don't care. It's a good looking dress, but it would look better if I lost like 5 to 10 pounds.
I hope you get really drunk and you like wake up on Friday morning for work and you're like in your dress still.
Have him do
Not
the
gonna do
have him do the White Claw challenge.
My
at the same
makeup's
time.
messed up.
That's not happening.
I don't think that's happening.
That's not
White Claw
happening.
challenge mixed with wearing a dress.
Ugh, no way. No way. That is just that's
That's
not
bad
happening.
decisions. Just let everyone
not
know ahead
happening.
of time that no means no.
No means no. All of us boys are going to
Yeah.
keep our hands to ourselves. I can
I
guarantee
would hope
you
so.
that.
Brad, you were already feeling his
I hope
muscles.
I can't guarantee that I'm going to keep my hands to myself. So I take that back.
Yeah. Everyone else might.
Yeah.
Brad, iffy.
If you
I'm
know
going to keep it to the
sports,
appendages, though. I won't
There you
go.
if you know sports, you know there's a good chunk of slapping asses. That's just a part of sports.
Slap ass.
That's just
true.
a weird part of
Especially if
sports.
it's out there. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
I never did that. I did
form-fitting.
I did a year of high school football, and there's a lot of ass slapping. I did not do it. I was never like I wanted. I don't understand
How involved
it.
in the plays were you though?
Oh, I played in one game,
Okay.
and I did
Yeah.
3 plays.
Not super.
You didn't slap an ass in
I
either of
didn't
those 3
slap.
plays.
I didn't slap any asses. I didn't slap asses on the way to the locker room. I didn't slap asses on the practice field.
So I
didn't slap asses in the school. I
I'm
didn't.
kind of
Oh, that's
surprised by that.
Yeah, you seem like an ass slapper. So
So I had my ass slapped, but every time I was just like, "That's weird,
but,
man."
But so I didn't play.
You touched my butt.
I didn't really
It's
play.
weird.
I didn't really play in high school either. But I also feel like it would be really weird for the guy not in the game to just be slapping everyone's ass. Then you start getting a different You're like the ass slapper guy. It's different when you're playing. And you're
Well,
like,
your
oh, hey,
buddies-
good job.
Your buddy's running out to the field. He's like, "All right, I'm getting in the game."
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people be like, "Get out there and slap," and
A
you
lot
know,
of
do
people
a slap
went
ass.
really hard. with
What is
ass
the
slapping.
purpose of the ass slap too? Because I feel like a
It's like
shoulder
to-
slap
It's
makes
a
a lot more
rah-rah.
sense.
Yeah,
I feel like a
it's
shoulder slap
Gets
just
you
makes a lot
moving.
more sense though.
Gets you moving.
Like
You
if
see a
you're
lot of
walking
ass
by, I'm gonna
slapping?
slap your
A lot of
slap your
ass slapping
shoulder.
in
There's no
hockey.
pads on
No,
your
no,
ass.
you do a shin
a
you do a
s- a
shin
stick?
tap. Yeah, you take your stick and shin tap them.
See, I like that a lot better.
Yeah, but
Hey,
it-
your shin pads on? Your shin
Oh,
pads
more
on?
PG.
but you also
Whack,
I say
whack.
you also don't have a stick or shin guards in
You have less tools to work
yeah.
with.
Yeah,
So
you're just running.
you
You
just
do
do a nut
have
tap.
shoulder pads, though. That
Wouldn't do
would
that.
work.
Let's go up and do a nut tap. Just a little boop.
Wouldn't do that. I also didn't like it when people slapped my helmet.
Call that a cup check. And
Exactly.
they do that.
Yeah, I didn't like it when people slapped my helmet. I was like, "Dad, stop!
Guys, CTE.
You're giving me a headache."
Oh.
You remember
See,
when
see,
they used
CTE.
to hit our helmets with the whistle?
What?
No,
No.
Were you
No,
guys
that never
abused?
happened to me.
Were you guys
Brian
abused
used
by
to
your
hit us
coaches?
with the whistle on the helmet just to send that ringing sensation
Wow.
through your helmet.
See, well, I never dealt with that coach. Like
It made
that
you
was,
start listening. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
If
Well,
you're
you're
not
like, I
listening,
can't
you
hear
get
you 'cause I got a
slapped in the
whistle
head with a
happening.
whistle
Yeah.
on
Hey,
the helmet.
You got the stars going around. You know,
Didn't hurt or anything. Fryer's a damn good guy. But
Yeah.
that'll get your attention.
I'll
Yeah,
get
shout
you
out-
going.
That'll
Shout
get
out
you
to Coach
going.
Fryer. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was a tough guy.
Ass slapping's part of the game, Eric.
Ass slapping.
It's part of the game.
Don't know why,
Wasn't into
but
it.
it's part of the game.
Dude, I remember. I mean, there's some people that just get so into it, and they would just grab your helmet and just like headbutt you a ton, and I'd just be like, just stop,
Like, hey, lay off the roids.
just stop. Why
Get
are
it.
you this hyped right now?
Yeah. There was a time where
dumb.
Marcellus headbutted someone with a helmet on, and he did not himself have a helmet on his
Yeah,
head.
that's the sound of a
Broke
psycho.
his tooth.
Yep.
It-
And then he's probably sitting
Wait,
there
he
just
broke
like,
his tooth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like, my man, why'd you do that?
didn't think it through.
You don't have a helmet on. He got hyped. He got hyped.
Yeah.
He got crunk, as they would
As the kids
they
say.
would call it back
The
in
kids
the day.
say.
That was big when we were in high school football. I was getting
That's
caught.
also what I always loved. It doesn't happen a lot in football, but like anytime someone tries to throw a punch.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. Anytime someone tries to throw a punch in football, where it's like you have nothing on your hand. That is a hard helmet and then a face mask.
Yeah.
Where are you going to hit?
Hurt your hand.
You're going to hurt yourself. They're just going to be like push back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like at least in hockey, you might have a glove on for a little bit, or you can rip that helmet off. Yeah. It's a lot easier than a football helmet to rip off.
Well, and also a hockey helmet still leaves usually plenty of face.
Depends. Yeah, you could.
Unless it's like
in the pros,
the little leagues where you got the full.
Yeah. Okay.
The full cage.
You say little leagues, dude. You are an idiot if you're my age and you're not wearing a cage. Like no one wants a fucking shattered tooth because someone's an idiot.
I know. I don't understand why more people in the pros don't wear.
That one
full thing.
I don't fully get, but
it's gotta be an image thing, right?
Well, it went from it went from like we didn't wear helmets to like now you guys have to wear helmets to now you guys have to wear helmets with a visor. Like I think they're just like
it's a slow
it's
a slow process.
But I wore just a visor for a while, and then I took a stick like right below my eye,
and you're like, what am I doing?
Just some idiot. Oh, and actually I still wore it after that, but then I got LASIK. I'm like, all right, well, I spent a lot of money on this.
I got protected.
I'm not gonna be doing that anymore.
Yeah.
It takes you like 2 games to get used to it, and then you're like, all right, well, this is
and then you're fine.
Yeah,
you're like this is the same.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, college teams, don't you have to wear a face
College
mask?
you have to, and the juniors you have to, and then once you get into the pros, they're like, oh,
so
fuck
this is
that.
after you made it to the pros?
Yeah, exactly. After I made it to the pros.
Yeah, once you make it to the pros, show off that face and let it get hit by a puck.
They also don't wear ear guards in like the pros, which I don't understand either. Like it doesn't do anything.
The flappy things that come out like that.
They don't even come out. It's like a plastic thing right at your ear, and it's supposed to help if you take like a puck to the side of the face. It doesn't just hit your ear.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's so many of the guys don't wear it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, they play fast and loose with those heads.
That's why they miss a lot of teeth.
Cannot imagine cauliflower ear from a puck.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Do you? Sean, you play hockey. You're still involved in the leagues.
Yeah.
How often are you trying to block a shot?
I'll block it just by standing in front of it.
Yeah. I would never be the guy that would slide.
No.
You do the tilt your skates to the side.
No, because that's really dumb.
Oh.
Because you have less padding right there. I mean, sometimes it's natural. So you'll take a bad one off the ankle.
Yeah.
But you really want to stand head on because then it will hit your shin guards, which is nothing, and then you have padding in the front of your your pants.
No. Okay.
It's really I don't wear a chest protector, and that's really the only spot that you could really get that's gonna hurt a lot. But
you can handle a shot to
you
the
got
gut.
those pecs, dude.
Oh no, you'll get hit, and then you'll like get to the locker room, and you'll be like, I have a giant red mark.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Yeah,
he looks like World War II on my chest.
Yeah, no, I'll stand in front, but I'm not ever gonna slide down and try to block.
Was never the type.
I'll slide down to block passes. That's about it.
It's never the type. No. I don't want to get hit by a puck that from a slap shot.
There was a guy. There's a guy I played ice hockey with. He didn't wear a cup and decided to go down and block a shot. Lost a quarter of a nut.
In my roller hockey days.
Just a quarter?
Oh,
just a quarter.
Wow.
But still,
thank
losing a quarter of a nut
not
is
worth
not
it.
fun.
Not worth it for a shot
fun.
that's probably going to miss the net.
And not to mention, it was like it's beer league hockey.
Yeah,
like
it's
what's
not worth it.
You're not getting a bonus.
You're all
you're not getting
buzzed up
fame
out there.
Yeah, and to do it knowing that you're not wearing a cup is insane.
Yeah.
Did he lose it on the ice, or did it get surgically removed?
Oh, my God.
I'm assuming it was surgically removed.
It was contained in his pants.
Yeah, I think he left for the rest of the game. And then,
it's like calamari out there on the ice.
Just blood everywhere.
Calamari ice.
Makes my nuts hurt.
No, that happened. I saw that happen in my roller hockey days. A guy slid with no cup on.
Oh, my God.
And he got hit right in the grundle. And I was on the bench like, he should be fine, right? Like, he's fine, right?
He's wearing a cup on.
He's wearing a cup. He's not an idiot that's not wearing a cup, right? No, he wasn't wearing a cup.
I don't understand it.
Protect the jewels.
Which goes back to the question that we had from Monica, our email question last week, where she said like, what appendage would you remove? My younger brother, after Seth, shout out to episode 9.
A couple of people pointed this out to us.
Oh, did I only heard it from Seth?
Yeah. Well, I heard it from I think Tyler.
Oh, he said remove your balls.
Maybe.
That makes
remove your balls.
So much sense.
Yeah. If you can
for
just
times like that.
Times like that, he said even just like
just
running,
pop 'em off.
sitting down.
Running.
Yeah, running. Your balls are just bouncing everywhere. You sit down. You want to make sure it's like a hot day. You're not going to just hot day in general, probably just remove those suckers
throw
there.
Those things back on, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure.
I don't know if that's my pick. If I'm like picking a body part, I don't know if that's like I don't know if I'm having enough issues dealing with my balls.
No, but I just feel like
that I'm like that's the one body part I have to remove.
But I do feel like your life would be like a lot easier. Like removing. I think
if you
how often are you actually
if you could just tuck them in,
You're trying to tuck your nuts.
Just like pull them in,
You're gonna tape them back there.
Like how like a turtle head can like pull it into the shell.
You want to just suck your nuts into your body.
I want it to just like retract them in,
Like,
I
like you guys carrying this over into next week. This is great.
Well, it's only I just we kind of tied into it.
Sometimes
and I just had to bring it up.
We have we have listener
I'm all for it. Guys.
Listener comments that we have to address.
Is your head an appendage?
You can email us at apmlpod.
I'll say yes.
At gmail.com.
I want to take off my head.
So you remove your head, body still operates.
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
My head off.
I could hold it like this, palm it like a basketball.
Yeah.
I'm imagining sitting in the passenger side of a vehicle, moving vehicle.
Of your best friend's ride.
My best friend's ride. And holding my head out the window like a dog just from my hand.
What happens then when you just drop it?
I'm not going to drop it. I'm making sure I'm not even if I had hair, I'd hold myself by the hair.
Yeah.
Would you
don't.
But would you put your phone out the window and just hold it there?
What if Here's what I'm picturing.
Exactly. So you do it with your head, though?
Here's what I'm picturing. You have a specially designed pop socket that attaches to your head.
Your spinal.
So you've got a good grip.
Cord pop socket.
You've got a good grip on your your skull.
I think you just have to hold it by the nose and then just face the other way.
Ooh, that makes sense.
What you can do. Go right into the nostrils.
By the nose.
Just hold it by the jaw.
Like a bowling ball.
Yeah, just hold it in the jaw. Just fingers right in there like a fish.
Yeah. Go bowling with it.
Maybe
Why not?
That's one of those not so thought out ideas I have.
I wanted to know just where the thought was with it. I like that your thought was basically something you can do with your head attached to your body either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put your head outside of the car.
Yeah, you can still do it.
It's still on your frame.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
That's something that you want to really think out in advance. Another thing that you do need to think out in advance is whenever you are cooking something or barbecuing something. Brad, you have been really into
segues.
Into cooking up some
I don't mean to call you out, but that was good.
No, that's what we do.
Didn't even see you go in that direction until you went that direction.
I knew he was going.
Tyler tells me every single week, stop talking about the segues. Just let them happen and roll. And you've heard it every single week.
But sometimes,
and then the first segue you hear, you're like, wow.
To see it in person.
Sometimes you just get so astonished by it. You're like, oh, okay, there we go.
I can't believe you brought it up like that.
I'll edit it out.
Yes, Eric. No, don't edit it out.
No, don't worry, Eric. That's another thing. Just like we call it segues.
I'll specifically edit it out for a version to send to Tyler.
Just for him. This is the Tyler only one.
Hey, Tyler, listen to this version of the podcast.
Check this segue.
We don't talk about any of the segues.
Yeah, never. We don't talk about it right now. We don't have a whole minute and a half just talking about segues.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway,
right there. We were rolling. It was good. It was so smooth.
Sometimes it just happens that you take that as a compliment.
It felt natural. I couldn't help myself but to raise my voice and get excited about it.
Yeah, I get it.
I understand. You get excited about stuff. One of the things that I get excited about
He does it again.
is cooking.
How did I know you were going there?
And barking. Brad, you go into
my brother. I have been.
What?
My brother.
Hold on. He said, "You go." Hold on. That was a weird. Just a weird shout to just have my brother because he goes, Brad. You go into and you go, brother.
Brother Eric. I have
go into it. My brother.
Get right in there, my brother.
All kinds of fired up.
That's true. You pumped him up with that segue.
You really did. That is how you change topics, brother. Brother Eric.
One of the things my brother does is he's cooking. Brad, you like cooking. Go ahead and tell us about it.
I do I have gotten into smoking meat.
Okay, you got a smoker?
I got a smoker. I've got two smokers.
Oh shit! Okay, that's why you were so pumped for barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was originally why I brought up going to barbecue. Yeah. Not because I have smokers, but I love barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue food, whether it's propane or electric smoked. I don't have charcoal. I don't have.
Yeah. You don't have the wood?
No. I mean, we use wood chips and both.
But just with propane, though.
You've tried both?
Yes. I've
tried
propane
both. And electric?
Yes.
How does electric smoker work?
Electric smoker, it's essentially a stove that heats wood.
Yeah, you're heating up the wood.
Yeah. All it is, or not a stove.
And that makes
not
smoke?
A stove. An oven. It's an oven that sits outside.
But you get the
Weird.
smoke from so there's wood there, so you're heating up wood, and then it's giving a smoky flavor.
Oh my God, Eric.
I guess.
Eric,
you not had?
No,
I
Eric
don't know.
doesn't cook.
Send me a link. How
Eric doesn't
does
cook.
electricity make smoke?
It's like an oven, dude. You're baking wood pellets
know
or
how
chips
So
that produce smoke.
You don't have an electric oven, but do you
No.
understand an electric oven?
Have you used an
Not
oven?
really. Not really, guys.
You don't understand how electricity can make things hot,
I understand that,
and then the heat radiates.
but I just don't know where the smoke comes from.
it hits the smoke. It hits the wood, and then the wood smokes.
Like there has to be like some sort of flame.
There's a burner. In the electric one, it's like a burner.
Yeah.
Like as if to say you're I don't know.
It's like
your
the electric stove is the easier. An electric lighter. I mean, there's electricity.
A conduit in there or something.
Eric, do you know lightning?
Yeah.
That's electricity that can burn things.
I feel like we've been stuck on this for way too long.
It's just crazy that you're just so baffled by electric.
I just didn't. I
heating.
don't understand. I didn't realize an electric smoker was a thing.
My goodness, Eric.
That is
My
odd.
goodness.
Eric, what is the fanciest thing that you've cooked?
The fanciest thing I've cooked?
Or most elaborate thing?
Not very
Hardest
very elaborate.
A 5-star dish of some kind?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not a 5-star dish. It was like a 2-star dish. I don't know, like
I've had your meatballs.
like an omelet. You know. I mean,
Okay.
Well, that's all right. If you
that's
make
that's probably like the
look
fanciest
okay.
thing.
If you make
Okay.
it look okay.
What are you putting in there?
Chicken.
Oh,
And?
chicken omelet. Interesting.
Well,
Wait,
so
so is the
that's-
chicken frozen?
Yeah.
Okay. That
yeah,
makes more sense.
I don't want to get into it. I've been hassled before about eating chicken omelets. I don't want to.
Wait, who's hassling about chicken omelets?
Because people think it's a weird thing to put in an omelet.
It's not really
That's not-
breakfast
I don't-
food, but
I don't hate it. Like a chicken. That's like
It sounds fine to me.
People like steak and eggs. Why not chicken and eggs?
Yeah, steak and eggs, prime example.
Yeah, I'm saying so have chicken and eggs. Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
I'm
sounds
not,
fine to me.
I'm not gonna hate on you for using chicken in your omelet, but
Yeah.
let's have like a fresh chicken though. You know, like fry
Okay.
up a chicken ahead of time,
Mhm.
cut it up, and then
Using
put it in the
chicken
omelet.
strips out
Eric
of the
just
bag.
wants to be so done with this topic.
The last like 3 minutes, I was like, this is all bad. This is just hassling me. Brad, what have you been
That's
smoking?
great.
Pork butt. Pork butt. Dude, don't giggle.
No,
I know.
butt.
It's
What
just
is
funny.
this?
It's
For
just
pulled
funny.
pork,
That's your,
for pulled
I
pork.
said butt.
Yeah.
I said butt.
Yeah. And you laugh.
I
at
said
it.
it. So
I mean,
what?
I can't help. I'm sorry.
For pulled pork,
butt,
That's just
dude.
funny. That's your go-to.
It is the
Pork butt.
meatiest.
No, I've had your pork butt.
fattiest.
It's good.
you've had his butt.
I've eaten that butt.
You've eaten that butt. Okay.
I
Eat
got-
that booty like groceries.
Yum.
Not my booty. It's the pork.
No, the
booty.
pork
the pork butt.
Eat the pork butt.
The
Eat
pork's
that pork
booty.
Get
butt.
right in that
booty.
butt.
Yeah.
It's ass eating season.
Is it?
Great.
Right now?
I think fall.
I think winters.
No, I think fall. Fall is the start of ass eating season.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Because you don't want
You're
summer.
not
to cool down.
outside
No, you want
all-
summer.
Summer
That's too
is
much sweat.
sweaty. It's
Too much
sweaty.
It's not all swampy.
That's
We're
sweaty
getting
butt.
into ass eating season right now.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. If you've been
Mark
thinking
that
about
on your
doing,
Down on
calendars.
the calendar,
Yeah.
boys.
if you've been, if you've been looking forward, you know what time of year it is.
I feel like it's right after Labor Day.
You think so? No,
Yeah.
I think it's later. I think it's after
I
Halloween.
think we're talking October, like Halloween
Yeah.
season. Is.
It
I think-
depends. I'm thinking
Halloween
fall
is like
football
the-
schedule, like football,
Wait, no.
college football schedule.
You know what it
Yeah,
is?
dude, Wednesday
Sweetest
through
Day.
Thursday.
Sweetest Day. That's the
Do
mark.
you even know what day that is? I never
It's
know
October
what day that
something.
is.
October 14th, maybe.
It's a made up day. It changes
October
every year.
10th.
It's whatever day
I
someone
know
wants
it's.
to gift.
I know it's mid-October. Sweetest Day. Mark it down now.
That's ass eating season.
That's the start
That's
of
the
ass eating
kickoff?
season,
You start eating that ass,
and then it ends on Memorial
Nom,
Day.
nom, 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 nom.
So from Sweetest Day to Memorial Day, that's ass eating season.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, you heard it here first. That's
That's the official start time.
that's the official. We made it official now.
Okay, sweetest day to Memorial Day.
Ass
Brad, would
eating
you say
season.
pork butts your number
Open
one that you're
season.
smoking?
Not my number one. Brisket, a little expensive.
Brisket's good.
A little expensive,
But
but that
brisket's
would
so
be the
good.
number one.
Brisket's good.
All about how slow and low you're willing to cook it.
Slow and low.
Yeah. What's the longest you've had to smoke something for?
You can cook something for 16, 18 hours, depending how
Yeah.
depending how big the hunk of meat is.
So on that
Yeah.
though, every time I've talked to someone who's like smoked meat, they say like you have way too much. Like you
do.
can never get like enough for like if you and your wife just wanted to like
Well,
have
yeah,
a
then
brisket or
it's
something, it's
Yeah.
impossible to have like you're making like enough for 10 people every time.
True. The problem with brisket is you can only buy it generally in chunks
Huge,
of,
yeah.
I don't know, 7 pounds or so.
But I feel like
at
that's
a
kind of the same
time.
for like pork butt and pork shoulder too. Is like
True,
it comes in like just
true.
everything that you want to smoke other than like chicken.
You can buy pork loins. You can buy, I don't know, you can smoke vegetables. You can smoke mac and cheese. I don't know if you've had
Smoked
that.
mac and cheese sounds
Smoked
delicious.
mac and cheese?
Excuse my French. Fucking delicious.
I like how you whispered on fucking.
Excuse my
Sorry.
French.
Have you listened to this podcast? We say fuck all the time. We're just talking about ass eating
I know.
season.
I'm new here, boys. I'm new.
We just declared when it's ass eating season.
I don't know where
When
that
those
line
asses
is.
are open for eating, and then you're like, can I say the F word?
We lick those asses. We don't.
Friggin'.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Friggin' delicious. Smoked mac and
delicious.
cheese. That does sound pretty good. I'd be curious.
I will
how
make
that
it
is.
for you.
I feel like
That
we
sounds
need a
good.
barbecue at Brad's now.
Barbecue at Bread's.
Boys, you're more than welcome.
Barbecue
Both
at
of you.
Brad's. There we go.
Please come.
There we
Any
go.
listeners interested, please come.
It's a meet and greet for the pod.
Meet and greet.
A pizza
There you
my
go.
life smoked meat edition.
Yeah.
No pizza allowed.
No pizza. Although it was smoked
Sorry,
pizza, though, would that kind of
Would
sound
that
like it could
be-
be good?
Not totally
Probably
sure
not.
how.
I don't
know
know.
how that
either.
goes with bread.
I don't.
Crust.
I feel like you could smoke some bread, be solid.
I never even thought of that.
I feel like that'd be good. Think about it.
I
Think
don't
about
know.
a wood fired grill. They
Yeah.
make that's like an old school way to
you're
make a
talking
pizza.
like Mediterranean food.
Yeah.
They throw bread in the oven
Oh, yeah.
like that. I don't know if there's like smoke, but
Yeah.
there's- I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. I learned that from Elmo.
You from Elmo?
Yeah,
Just
Sesame Street
That's
Firehouse Edition.
I'm just picturing that Elmo gif of him just like standing there like hands up and just going crazy with like the fire in the background.
Yeah,
That's how you learned about fire.
That's how you learn about fire.
That's
That's
probably
how you
it.
learn
That's where I
about-
learned Dalmatians were at
Didn't
the
they-
firehouse as well.
Fire.
Did they have like a stop, drop, and roll Elmo?
Probably.
I feel like that was a thing.
I don't know how you do
The
that
idea of
with a
Elmo in a
puppet.
fireman's costume sounds very familiar to me.
Is that
Like,
some
that
weird
sounds like-
porn that you're watching?
No.
Some weird
He's got
furry
the hat
porn?
on.
No.
Sounds like
Why did that
Dancing
go
around.
there?
why are you watching Elmo in a fireman's suit?
It's just a standard Elmo episode.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is?
I
You
think
that's
Elmo
some
was
weird?
naked all the time.
He
Which
was
is kind of
butt
weird
naked
too.
for the
It's
most
kind of
part,
weird
yeah.
too.
He wore some clothes
Buck
occasionally. He
naked.
wore outfits.
Did he? I think only Bert and Ernie wore outfits.
Well, Bert and Ernie, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, Cookie Monster I think was
Cookie
naked.
Monster.
Big Bird was
Hard to-
naked.
Yeah.
Oscar was in a trash.
Oscar was in a
can.
trash can, naked in a trash can though.
Probably.
They didn't know what they never talked about is that Oscar's definitely on drugs. Like he's probably on meth.
He's a
Heroin.
homeless man for sure,
Yeah.
on crack or meth or something.
Yeah, like no one tried to help him.
Not nobody. No.
Do you want to talk about Oscar's addiction?
What's his addiction?
It's at least it's meth or heroin.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, he's living in a trash can.
Yeah.
And he's grouchy because he's probably in withdrawals.
What if he just had a bad couple of months? He's married. He was happily married.
He was on TV for years, all
Things
right?
took
In
a
a trash
turn.
can. It's not a bad couple months. He is on drugs. He needs a place to live. You have Big Bird and Elmo walking around just being dicks, being all happy. Cookie Monster's also addicted to cookies, but
basically
still.
taunting him.
Yeah. He's like, hey, my addiction lets me live a normal life. I just fucking love cookies.
This is taking a turn.
No one wants to talk about
We're just
like
talking
Sesame Street's a
about-
bad street to live on.
There's a dark side to
Just-
Sesame Street.
just
Sesame
talking
Street's a bad
about
street to live on.
meats, and all of a sudden,
You got naked people and drug addicts living in trash cans on your street,
Yep.
and they're constantly talking like you got a vampire on your street. What the fuck?
the count.
Yeah,
It's a crazy idea
What's
to
the count
think that they were like, what does this children's show need? How about somebody that lives in a trash can?
on drugs.
That is awful odd to add that. When you've got Big Bird, you've got Elmo.
Yeah, everyone's like this nice, happy, like, all right, everything's good.
Wasn't
Let's add someone in a trash can.
wasn't there like a blue dude with like a long nose too? I can't think of what his name
It's
was.
a very phallic looking nose.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That was-
very
yeah.
phallic looking
Not a
nose.
part of this.
Grover.
Yeah, but isn't he part of the Muppets?
Dude, I get
And
those
not
mixed
Sesame
up. I
Street?
have no idea.
Yeah, totally different thing.
Like cousins,
Completely different.
different worlds.
Yeah, different series.
So the two old guys that are in the grand.
That's Muppets. I know that
Yeah,
one's
that's
Muppets.
Muppets.
That one's Muppets
Okay.
for sure.
That's
Sorry.
Muppets.
Frog, the Kermit the Frog,
That Muppets.
and Miss Piggy.
Miss
Muppets.
Piggy. Muppets.
Ah, yes. Those two for sure.
Episode 35, where we
Muppets.
talk about the differences
It's
between
great to
Sesame
see you
Street
guys.
and the Muppets.
Good to be here.
I'm just saying, we need to talk. We need to acknowledge the addiction that
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch had,
Oscar, we hope
and
you
we
get
have to give him help. This should be they should have a Sesame Street intervention episode.
Oscar, we hope you get the help that you need.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Lots of problems going on in the world
That's what
right
we
now.
need.
Yeah.
Oscar is one of them.
Oscar is one of them. We need to
Oscar
focus on
has
that.
one of them. He's not one of them. He's a good guy at heart.
Yeah, I think so too. He just fell on hard times.
He's such a nice guy.
Such a nice guy.
Such a nice guy.
Keep calling him the Grouch. That's not gonna make him feel better.
Yeah. You know what doesn't make me grouchy is listening to music. So
Do you have any guilty pleasure music that you're
any guilty pleasure music?
Yeah, like stuff that's like this, like most people kind of say like, hey, this isn't what you should be listening to, but you're like, I still fucking like it.
Did you ever feel this way when you were growing up, that it was perhaps maybe odd if you owned a CD by like a female singer?
I didn't feel it growing up, but I feel it more like back in the day, I definitely owned. I think I owned a Britney Spears album. I owned a 3LW, Three Little Women. We talked about that.
3LW.
Yeah, in episode 2.
Episode 2 we talked about that.
So, yeah, that is a callback.
Hey, everyone, go back and listen to episode 2.
3LW.
Check out what that was. Three Little Women.
That's
what it stands for.
Women.
Crazy.
We learned that on the podcast.
But so I definitely had stuff like that.
Yeah,
where in retrospect, I'm like, that is a little odd.
But like, why?
I agree, it shouldn't be.
Like, it shouldn't be. But I had, I had a Christina Aguilera album. I had a Jennifer Lopez album.
I hate to throw him under the bus. My brother had a CD by a band called Dream.
I liked Dream. Yeah, that was a girl group,
all women group.
I've never heard of that.
I can only think
it was
of
4 hot chicks.
Yeah,
huh.
I don't know what the song was.
They had, I think, like 2 hits back in the day. Back in
I've never heard of them.
2000.
It's worth. I think the jingle would come back to you. I'm sure you've heard.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably recognize it.
Go on Spotify, check out their top songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Dream. But you had a Dream CD?
My brother did.
Yeah.
I was more of a Spice Girls guy myself.
Okay.
Did you have a Spice Girls CD?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I had all of them until I was probably an adult.
And still throw them on every now and then.
Whenever they stopped was when I stopped.
Still throw them on every now and then.
If they came out with one now, I would
download
download it on Spotify. I wouldn't buy it, but I'd download it.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if I could crank that and make it stay because it's just going away from your mouth.
Stiff. It's stiff.
Yeah.
But it's. Right. I mean, if it's close to my mouth, they can hear me better.
Well, it's because the wire is pulling it.
The goddamn wire. But yeah, so
we should have talked about this beforehand.
Yeah.
So it's
good that we talk about it, for everybody.
During.
I've been getting back in
small technical issues.
Whatever.
Don't worry about it.
I've been getting back into Nickelback.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Nickelback?
Exactly.
No,
exactly. That is.
I don't know how you get into Nickelback, though, especially now.
So you know what it was?
I'll admit they have some songs.
Have you heard the Dark Horse album?
Yes, great album.
I think it is a good
album.
You know what it is? It is trashy.
Okay, so it's not good. It's not good lyrically, but like I think what it was is that there was like a little push of people wanting to be like super good lyrical content of like, hey, they actually had a deeper meaning. And then we've gone down a trash road anyways. Like now it's wet ass pussy. And
oh my god! Have you heard of that?
It's doing
God.
drugs and whatever. So I like looking back at it now. It's like, hey, they had a solid beat. They had a solid like catchy lines.
They could write some catchy choruses.
Yeah. So know what it was is that they just released a cover of "Devil Went Down to Georgia."
I heard that.
And yeah, so people were like talking about it. So I'm like, all right. And then I'm like listening. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Nickelback has some bangers. And then through listening to that, I went back to Puddle of Mud.
Ugh.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Dude,
I'm happy you're admitting this.
Yeah, it's because this is society. Society try to like tell people that like, hey, these are bad, and like they booed them at Ford Field on Thanksgiving and all that shit. But like, they're fine songs. You're not gonna listen to them thinking that you're gonna get like some profound message. But it's like, hey, you look better with something in your mouth. That's a Nickelback song.
I know that's a Nickelback song. I actually have that album. But I got it like when it came out, and I was like, all right.
I had it when it came out,
and that was when really the opinion on Nickelback was turning.
That's what I'm saying. I had it when it came out, and then people told me don't listen to Nickelback, and I sided with it. Yeah. And I'm fucking starting. I think the revolution has already started, but I'm starting the revolution on this pod.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We're listening to Nickelback again.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite CDs to listen to.
It was a good CD.
Through. All the songs were great.
Listen to some Puddle of Mud too. They got some bangers too.
Then everybody's hating on them. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Let's get Hinder as well.
I don't know enough Hinder songs off the top of my head, but also Creed.
Lips of an Angel.
That sounds like a Creed song as well.
Get Stoned? No, that was Hinder.
I know, but it sounds like a Creed song.
No.
Yes. Play Lips of an Angel and then play
title of the song.
Higher.
Sure. Yeah,
No. Play the song and then play Higher. They sound very similar. Touched by the lips of an angel, can you take me higher?
Wow, you sound great. Swell.
Those you could remix. That could be a DJ at the weirdest club in the world, a DJ remix.
Wow.
They just go back and forth between both songs. No one would know the difference.
I think people would know the difference.
Barely.
Brad, what have you been? what have your thoughts been on the music lately?
So as everybody knows, Taylor Swift dropped. I mean, this is a couple weeks old now. I'm a little bit late.
Yeah,
Folklore.
It's I think almost a month now.
Has it been that long?
It's been rocking at like
time's
number one.
irrelevant now.
#1 on the charts.
I did not know it even made it that high. Honestly, I was.
Oh,
I
Taylor Swift farts
as
into
you know,
a mic
I'm not
and
a
it goes
super,
#1.
I'm not a super
Brad's
social
over
media mogul here. I'm a little bit behind with everything I do, Eric.
Brad's over here like, Taylor Swift. Have you guys heard of her?
For some
Yeah,
reason,
just listen
I
to her
checked-
first album called Red.
You guys heard about this?
Yes.
I think that's
That
not
was
her
not her
first
first album.
I know.
Her first album was self-titled.
Thanks, Eric.
Just called self-titled.
Well, it's her name.
I know.
It's Taylor Swift
I
by
know.
Taylor
I
Swift.
know.
Brad, what's up? What are your thoughts on this Taylor Swift?
It's fucking great. It's really good music.
So,
and I don't know. I mean, I don't need your guys's. I don't really need you to tell me whether I'm screwed up or messed up or whatever.
We'll tell you that.
But why
regardless.
am I more excited for this brand new Taylor Swift drop
Yeah.
than I was for the Eminem Kamikaze when that dropped randomly? You know, when he surprise dropped that at midnight one night.
Well, part of it, I
kind
think,
of the same situation with Taylor Swift.
but
Yeah.
Taylor's last album was more of like a totally different,
Such a poppy album.
Well, no, but I'm saying Folklore was a very like different vibe than what she's been putting out.
Yeah.
It's even got a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit of
Kamikaze
country
is
tunes
still
to
it still is kind of like
It's
an
very
Eminem one.
Eminem.
Yeah, like it was
yeah.
better, but it was still just like an Eminem album.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Eminem, I've been burned out on Eminem since like 2006.
Oh, I completely disagree. I think Kamikaze and
I thought it was
and Music
fire.
to Kill Yourself By or Music to Murder By, I think were great.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one? I know that's been
have
out for a
heard
while
that
now,
one. I
so I'm not
listened
sure
to
if
it
you got
all.
there yet.
Brad's like a third world country. He's just like discovering. He's like, Rage Against the Machine. This is a new band,
Wow.
He's like,
They were
Nickelback.
so
Yeah,
angry.
we just got
Wow.
Nickelback. It's great.
What is this machine they're angry at? What's going on here?
huh? This is good.
No, but I think that Taylor Swift was good, but I just think the songs were like too slow for me.
Yeah, for the
Everything
most part,
just
they
was
were pretty
very
slow.
like
yeah, it was a laid back album.
Yeah.
It was a chill album.
yeah, which
It
is
was
still
fine.
good, but it's just like it was just like
It's fine.
But is it weird for your general music taste to be something? For me, I'm more of a metal.
you're a
I
metal
like
guy.
the hardcore. I like the loud, angry.
Yeah, you're fine with someone's just screaming into a
Oh,
microphone.
I love screaming. And but then there's a part of me, like actually kind of a big chunk of my heart, that loves me some Taylor Swift. I think she's awesome.
You got a soft spot.
I don't
for
think
it.
that's weird. I think you should have a variety of music genres. I think if you're like a person who's like, I only listen to this genre, I think you suck. Like you need to branch out a little bit.
Don't you run out of music?
Exactly, and you're listening to the same stuff, getting the same messages every time.
Yeah.
Listen to other stuff. Like music can be good without it being like.
There's a lot of
Absolutely.
music out
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
a lot of music,
I've
and you
always
just
had a
should
hard
not
time
be.
with country.
Don't be listening to country.
Okay,
That's
there's
our
some good
advice.
country songs out
I
there.
had a hard
too.
time with country, but there's some Zach Brown Band.
You do. You were
Stellar.
obsessed with Zach Brown Band
I
for a
love
while.
Zach Brown
So,
Band.
there's some good country out there. You're just you gotta find whatever you like. You gotta
Yeah.
be open to all music, Eric.
If you want to hear some songs about trucks, girls, and drinking beer, listen to some country.
I wish
you
they
can
sang about
you
some
can
other
say
stuff.
that about every genre. They play.
I don't think you can. Though.
Yes, you can. They
I don't
all
think you
talk.
can.
There's so many genres that talk about the same exact things. There's
It's not the same trucks, girls, and beer.
but there's
and
like there's
rap.
certain artists within everything that have like actual like they change it up every time. But there's the key of every single demographic of or genre of music is like the same things like parties, girls, cars, money.
Yeah, that's
Tell me
true.
I'm wrong.
Sure.
That's pretty much the same
just-
thing.
I don't
Country, it's
think-
more trucks and mud.
I think
and
it's country is very much more narrow than other genres.
I disagree. You haven't listened to enough country. You're shallow. You're
shallow air.
shallow, Eric.
Well,
It's 2020. It's time
if
to.
I'm shallow
Yeah.
Eric, then that's fine. One thing I'm
I thought you
not.
have something more clever to say on that.
No. Well, I was getting there, and then you interrupted me.
Okay.
But yeah, no. If I'm shallow, then that's whatever. I'm not gonna do any like cosmetic surgery to try to make myself pretty and to try to impress anybody.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, which brings us to our hot topping this week.
Which I guess I'll pull up.
The hottest topic.
So
Boiling.
Eric apparently saw this. I don't think that you've seen this. I
know
only
nothing.
saw it. I only saw
Yeah.
this today because Eric told me. So
It's a crazy story.
his cosmetic surgery here. There's this woman who has to get laser like tattoo removal after freckle tattoos go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So basically, it's
She
this,
wanted tattoos of freckles on her face.
Oh my god.
She wanted to tattoo them
Are
on.
they black?
And
tattoo ink.
She went to a tattoo artist, and the tattoo artist said, yeah, like, I can do that. I'm experienced. I've done it before.
Yeah,
of course
And
he
he
said
just goes blop, blop, blop with some ink on her face. And it's like a year later now, and she's dealing with these ugly ass freckle tattoos.
So she's a TikTok user, so I don't know if like for whatever reason she thought this would like help her like brand more. But yeah, she went to someone who said
she wanted to warn people. She wanted to warn people of like, hey, don't do this.
And to be fair, like I don't know,
did you should have known to not do this in the first place.
Did she see like tattoos of freckles that look good? Because like I don't think that the tattoos themselves look bad. It's just like I don't know how you would have made that look fine. Like it just looks
freckles
stupid.
need to look like perfectly imperfect.
Exactly.
On your face.
They're
You
very
want them to
natural.
look-
Somebody put that.
I think the issue is the guy used black and probably should have used like a brown.
Maybe, but
And then made them like too large and dark.
They're like a whole
And
bunch of like Cindy Crawford, like
they almost look like they essentially kind of look like blackheads or something, just like all over her face.
sort
like,
of. But I still think this is
not a
on
good
her.
look.
Though. This is on her.
Oh, it's definitely on her. Don't get your face tattooed.
Yeah,
obviously.
do it.
Yeah, unless you're Post Malone.
Obviously.
And you just
if you're going to be a
everything,
then you're just
if you're going to be a
everything's
music
tattooed.
artist,
get
and
a
that's
barbed
your
wire
look.
hairline.
Yeah,
do it.
She actually should just get this covered up instead of getting it removed and just get like a giant, dildo on her face.
You think that would be better? A dildo on her face.
Yeah, she'll be the dildo face girl.
That's a huge one.
Do you think that would help her?
I think that you would recognize the girl on TikTok that has a giant dildo on her face more than you would the girl on TikTok that has fake freckles.
If that's what it's
just
about
a
is
bad
clicks,
idea.
you're gonna get clicks. As
Exactly.
the dick face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Should just change her handle
That's
to
what you
dick
want.
face.
There you go. That's
Hashtag.
our advice to this lady. You can be dick face.
Yeah.
That's our gem of some advice.
Are you telling me that like you wouldn't at
You
least
kidding me?
click once or twice on dick face TikTok?
I'd look at that. I'd be like,
Exactly.
What's this
I
about?
don't
What's this girl
necessarily know how
posting?
TikTok works. Is that how you click on them?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, everyone has like profiles.
If it
and
pops up, maybe I'd be like,
videos.
oh,
we need Tara
Okay.
on here to explain.
Tara's
a resident.
Tara, call in, please.
Tara,
She's a
let's bring
resident,
her in. Let's bring her in.
She's a
Tara,
resident
welcome,
TikTok
Tara.
person.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But we'll ask Tara if she knows about this dick face TikTok.
Next time she's on.
Yeah, next time she's on, we'll be like, hey, do you think it makes more sense to have fake freckles or
Yeah.
a dick face?
What do you guys think of plastic surgery on your face? Like lip implants and whatnot.
I
not
in
doing
general, I'm not plastic surgery. I think you can always tell, and I think that I'd rather you be like a little bit odd looking and natural than have you look like fake.
I totally agree.
I
totally
never
agree.
liked it. I've never seen a girl with plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Like it's usually obviously a celebrity or something, but I've never seen them with plastic surgery and been
Yeah.
like they look better than they probably did before. I think they always end up looking. Now, there's people who get like I think subtle plastic surgery for like actual things that like need to be done. Like
if it's just
needs to be
fix
subtle.
something.
Yeah.
But if you just got a normal face, don't mess with it.
or even if you just don't like
let
your
it-
nose, and I honestly think that you might have like a weird looking nose. I think it probably looks better than having like a super like Michael Jackson
Oh
looking
my
nose.
god. You're much better off just embracing the character
Exactly.
that your nose offers.
Yeah. Do you feel the same way
Yeah.
about fake boobs? Because
Yes.
I am very anti fake boobs.
I am also. If
I
you
just-
got
I'm
funky
not-
boobs,
I'm
roll
just
with
not
it.
exactly. I'm not as big of a fan.
I think you can go fake boobs, but don't go. Like,
Don't go overly big.
People always usually go too big with
Yeah,
them.
you gotta get them that fit your
Like
body.
just get them. Like just
Just add a little.
have
something.
a little bit. Just you don't need giant boobs.
Yeah.
You don't need giant knockers. But
Big old slinging knockers.
But if you're going, if you're flat and you're like, I need something here, like don't go to a D. Just be like, hey, give me a B or a C.
an A plus.
Yeah, give me 16 ounces in here.
to me, it's almost like
B
when you
cup.
see the celebrities that have such extreme plastic surgery done.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's almost like, to me, a personality flaw where they just cannot see themselves
I
the
think
way they
it's-
want to see themselves, and they're going to continue doing it
Oh, for sure.
until they are a piece of silicone.
I think it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
pressure. I think it's that pressure, that Hollywood
Oh,
pressure.
But there's
Of like,
And
you need to be.
we know nothing
but there's
you need to be
people who
pretty.
aren't even on it. There's this girl on
This podcast isn't big enough for us to feel that pressure.
No, obviously. Well, I mean, once it is,
Once
we're
it
getting
is,
fucking plastic surgery.
And they're like, guys, here's the list of how to get pretty.
we're doing
Do it.
Yep. When we
or
got
else
sponsors.
your podcast is donezo. And we'll be like, all right.
Done.
All
No,
right.
there's this girl from MTV.
When I have
The
a full head of
Challenge.
hair, you'll be like, oh, there is a big podcast.
Okay, I still go back. We talked about this before. I don't think that hair plugs is the same. I don't know why. That to me is just different.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's
altering.
different.
Like that's not altering your face. That's like you already had hair at some point. You're just putting it back on your. Yeah. Like I think when you alter it, then that's completely different. You're just like, hey, this is gone. I'm gonna put stuff back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix this problem.
You gotta really try. You gotta go out of your way though, not to make it super obvious. My haircut. I cannot just come in one day with some hair plugs
with a lot more hair
and be like, "Hey guys, check out my bowl cut." I got.
No,
now.
you would have to be like, you'd have to
how it
be in the
works.
process of like balding, and then just like I filled in like a spot or something.
Yeah.
I guess
Like that's I think
spot
is the
would
way
be
to do it.
okay.
You just got to take a couple weeks and be like, I'm not gonna see anybody for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Just growing out my hair.
You know.
No,
This
but
would be the
there's
time.
this girl on MTV The Challenge, and she actually was like a fairly attractive girl. And then through like 3 seasons, you just saw her turn into like a weird like vulture lady. Like, she just had so much plastic surgery done, and it's like you looked okay. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Not good enough for her though.
But now I just don't understand
Somebody's
it now.
putting some birdies in her ear.
Yeah.
You need a new nose, lady.
Ooh.
Those lips aren't big enough.
Put a birdie in your ear.
But it's not even just like the lips and like the nose and everything. It's like then her face is just like, and just like you can't.
Show the camera.
You're just looking like this, and you just can't. You can't even smile. You're just like, I'm just having so much fun.
Lips.
Yeah, Sean, you're beautiful now.
Uh-huh.
You're
I
real.
thought that was sexy.
Look, wait for those emails to roll in now.
You're gonna get a bunch of viewers this time.
Yeah. Do you think they see? This is one of the things I wonder about. Is like if other countries have celebrities kind of like we have. If other countries have the kind of Hollywood that we have, like, or do they just pay attention to the American Hollywood and celebrities?
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I know that's still in America.
And then I would think like England. No, Dollywood. No, Dollywood is from India.
Dollywood is in India.
Not Dollywood. Bollywood.
Bollywood is in India.
Bollywood.
Yeah.
What's Dollywood?
Dollywood
is Dolly Parton's.
That's like her theme park.
Yeah,
Been there.
Dolly.
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Bollywood.
Bollywood is India's Hollywood.
But then I think like England
think
has
they
like
have-
their own thing too.
Have you seen any of those Bollywood movies, by the way?
I hear there's
haven't.
some good ones, but I've never watched them.
I don't know. I've seen some clips, and it's like just terrible acting left and right.
I've watched one like foreign like no English being spoke film, and it was Parasite.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Best picture.
Yeah,
But that's the only one
Yeah.
that I could like because otherwise it's just I don't want to read the entire
There's got to be good stuff going on. But Brad, you were in Europe for a few months.
I've been in
for
Europe
work.
for a couple months. Yes, for work.
For work, you've also visited
Poland. I've been to Ireland, Poland, France.
What was it like? Did they pay attention to what was going on in America, or did they
Yes.
have like their own thing going on?
It's pretty crazy. I think their music, as far as music goes, it's all American music.
Yeah.
Basically, entirely American music.
Yeah.
From
Well,
my
especially in Ireland.
understanding.
I feel like there was a lot of
They know a lot of like Iron Maiden and stuff like that, which isn't American music.
Yeah.
That's European born.
but you'll get some of that underground like they'll like know some underground stuff that you're like I've never heard this and like they're huge in Poland.
Yeah.
I wish there's
How's
a
our-
couple of bands.
That's always funny with David Hasselhoff. If it's like he is huge in Germany.
That's weird.
I remember learning that and being like, what is going on? David Hasselhoff is like 2002, and it's like David Hasselhoff is
That is kind
huge,
of
and
amazing.
he's the biggest deal in Germany.
It's crazy.
And
he
we're just like,
he
we
basically
don't
tore down
care.
their wall.
At a time where he's not doing next to anything here
Yeah.
in the States.
It's just
But
giant
all of a sudden,
there.
he's humongous
Oh, yeah.
over there.
Yeah, he's got hit singles and
If everyone wants to listen to a great possibly German or Middle Eastern Lebanese rapper, Capital Bra. Every now and then he'll throw out a random English
Capital
word.
Bra.
Capital Bra.
That's one of Sean's top artists on Spotify.
Random. We went to Ian episode a couple episodes
32.
ago, 32. We went to his bachelor party and we randomly had this Capital Bra song come on,
No shit.
and we just started listening, and
were like,
it was
teach us
just
everything.
bangers.
Wow.
Let us find out what this guy's all
He
about.
doesn't like Vladimir Putin. I'm pretty or he loves Vladimir
Or-
Putin. It's
yeah.
one of the two.
We don't know.
Says something about Justin Bieber.
Was there anything, Brad, that you picked up like in Poland that you were like, I wish more people in America did this or anything like that?
Absolutely, Eric.
Yeah.
In Poland, I think in Europe in general, people like to be outside.
Oh,
Things
for sure.
are different over here where you
Yeah.
literally work so that you can go home and, I don't know, go on your social media,
Yeah.
whatever.
Chill on your couch.
In Poland, they are literally always walking. Somebody is always walking somewhere.
But were you also in like bigger cities?
I was
Like,
in
you weren't
Rough.
you weren't necessarily in like a suburb.
No, I wasn't in the suburbs. But even in the suburbs, there's bus stops. There's a lot of public transportation and stuff. They don't have housing over there. They're mostly flats.
They also though they get like half a year off. Like their vacations in Europe are
Depending
insane.
on the country, yeah. If you're in Sweden, you get I think 5 weeks off in a row.
Sweden,
They,
Germany,
force you to
Italy, I
take
think
it
they
off.
all get a shit ton of time off
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
on top of their normal vacation. It's
Yeah,
insane.
like they don't want to. They're like, hey, you need to still enjoy some life here.
Which I wish just a little piece of America would pick up on that.
Right.
Just a little piece.
You know, America's like 2 weeks vacation
Countries
is a
are starting
lot.
to do these like summer hours now where they let you go early on Fridays just because that's the new thing. But over there, like
It's
some
chill.
country or some companies work 7-hour days or 6
Oh,
hour days.
my coworkers in Italy just came
nice.
off of a 2-week shutdown. They had to not work. They was just like, yep.
What was that?
amazing.
Was that because of the big C or no?
No, that was just because
They're
that's
just like,
Italy.
we got
Italy
nothing.
just shuts down for 2 weeks in August.
Yeah.
Damn. Just
Yeah.
countrywide? The
Yeah.
whole- Wow.
Yes, everyone. Well, I mean, I'm assuming like you still have, like,
Wow.
you
The
know, like,
essentials.
the essentials.
The essentials.
But yeah, like everyone else just shut down.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
That'd
just
be
done.
nice.
It's wonderful.
That'd be-
Unreal that can happen.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta
then
start
it
doing
works.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Poland, the entire plant that I was in was off of work. The entire time I was there.
What?
It's like they didn't plan.
Like,
And
they
I
did
was
not
constantly-
schedule
that,
this
that
out
doesn't
at
make
all.
sense for you to be
So I
there.
got
just sent
there
you
and
there.
there was, I don't know, two
They
or
wanted
three
to teach
people in the
you.
building.
They wanted to teach
Hey, this
you
is how you
about being off.
vacation.
They're like, hey, this is what life's like in Poland. You don't work. But
But
teach
so
these guys.
did you go into the plant then?
Yeah, I got to go into the plant and do my business.
Were you setting stuff up or just?
I was doing my job. There's a new
So you were still
program.
working. Everyone else was.
Yeah,
You're just
I
doing
was,
your
I was
normal
doing
thing.
my thing. But it led to very short days. And they fly me over to Europe. At that time, I was flying business class.
Yeah.
All the way over to Europe.
Not anymore. First class for Brad.
Woo.
Yeah, they cut that out. There's no reason for me to fly
Oh, yeah?
business class. There, absolutely not. Free drinks.
Hey, take
you
them
can
when you
lay
can.
down horizontally on the plane, guys.
Oh my God.
I don't know who's flown
That's
business
living.
class, but
Way too much money.
Not me.
if you have like $1,000 flight, it is now a $8,000 flight,
Yeah.
so that you can lay down vertically on the plane and
Yikes.
get woken up every hour by free eggs and ice cream and shots. And
Oh my God.
The only-
champagne.
That doesn't sound bad.
I think the only time I might do it is like going to our wedding or honeymoon. I might just be like, hey, let's
like,
just
let's
fucking
splurge.
like,
Let's
it's
splurge
not
a little
terrible
bit.
idea.
Yeah.
But it depends.
We've
It depends.
we've already spent a ton of money on this. Let's spend more money.
When the time
This is the
comes to
time.
actually pay the piper, though,
I
Sean,
won't.
you're gonna be like,
Nah. We'll just fucking
$1,000?
put us back in coach. Fuck that.
Yeah, you're like, let's save some money on this
Dave,
flight.
you can
It
sleep on
depends.
my
Though.
shoulder.
It
We'll
depends
be
though. If
all right.
Heather has like enough miles stacked up where we get like we get a free ticket, and it's like, all right, pay another $700.
One of you gets business class, the other person, you're not even sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. Enjoy laying down. I'm gonna be next to this guy. That's all right.
I
He's
hate
cool.
when
He
they
can stretch it
split
out.
you up on a plane and you're not with your significant other. Has
If
that
you-
happened to you?
It has, but also like depending on the situation, if you are like a random person in one of those seats and you're not gonna be like,
You're not
I'll
gonna give it
swap,
up.
like that's kind of a dick move. Like if anyone has ever
Yeah.
asked me like, hey, like that's my wife or girlfriend or husband or whatever, I'm
my
like,
wife.
I'm like, all right,
My
hey,
wife.
I don't care. Like it doesn't matter if I go 4 or 5 rows back or whatever. It's like what
all the
difference?
same.
It's the same
Yeah.
seat.
Literally the same.
We're like,
Yeah.
if you're the person who has to stand up as soon as the flight lands,
Idiot.
fuck you also.
Idiot. It's a big dum dum if you're
Yeah.
standing up. At
Like
that.
it doesn't matter. You're gonna stand up and now you're just standing in the aisle.
Yeah.
Unless the guy that you would be sitting next to is a whale.
Yeah, no, that
You
part.
do
would be
not
bad.
want to sit next at
That
any
part would be
cost.
bad.
You do not want to sit next to
Yeah.
that.
Or if
Someone
it's
taps
like
you
a-
on the shoulder. It's like, can we switch seats? And you look back and you're like, no.
Sorry,
No, I'm not.
am I sorry? I don't
You're
know.
dealing
I'm
with
just-
that, but
I remember.
happy.
I remember back. I was single, but I was coming back from. I think it was in North Carolina. I was coming back and. Well, it was for work.
Yeah.
But I was coming back, and they were like, like, hey, we need people to be in the exit row, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, I'll take it. So I took it,
Yeah.
sit down. one of the Japanese guys that worked in my company sat down too, and then they came over and they asked the questions like, "Oh, can you do this?" He didn't understand anything that they said. So like, sorry, you don't understand these words. You're done.
You're out.
Oh. And then this like attractive like lady came and sat next to me.
Yeah.
And it was like, I started off and it was just like, I'm just gonna like listen to music or whatever. Just started talking to me. She had some gummy sharks she started giving to me.
Dang.
It was wonderful.
Dang.
I think she was like going home to her kid, but still.
Well, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's used to traveling with her child.
Yeah, she's like, here you go.
And she sat next to you
look
and was
young
like,
enough.
Look at these Swedish fish.
Yeah.
"This guy,
this
would like some candies."
Yeah, exactly. It probably was more of that. She was in like a motherly instinct role. I'm like, all right, so when are we going to the back?
Yeah, it's like, you want to hit the bathroom real quick? That's like the ideal person you sit next to on a plane. It's just someone nice that has some candy to share with you.
Oh, you give me candy on the plane.
I don't think
there was
anybody's
actually
offering me candy.
going back to Europe. I was on a flight from Paris to Italy, and I was sitting. I just was doing like the cheapest way to travel as I could. So I sat.
Terrible.
I sat in the
Terrible.
Yeah. I sat in the middle seat, and I was between these two ladies that were friends.
I'd rather swim there.
But they,
No,
You wouldn't
would
make it,
not.
Brad.
You would not.
I'd be dead.
But they were actually very nice. So it started off as kind of annoying, like they just were talking over me to each other, and then I think like because like in Europe on a cross country flight, you get free drinks, which is wonderful. Doesn't matter if you're in business, coach, whatever. You just get a free drink.
That's another thing we gotta start doing.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I feel like back in like the 60s and 70s, people were flying and they were like, "This is just gonna keep getting nicer and
Here comes the
nicer."
whiskey
Worse
and the
and worse and
brandy.
worse.
Like we are gonna be eating so good in 20, 30 years on these
Smoking our
planes.
cigarettes
Life
on the
is gonna
plane.
be so good on
Got
these
so much
planes.
worse.
And then nope, now you just have a bag of crackers that don't even taste good and half a can of Coke.
Yep.
That's what you
Some
get.
shitty nuts.
Yeah.
Here you go.
In Europe though, give you a drink. I think it's like it's beer or wine.
Europe, they're like, you should be fucked up when we leave.
Yeah. So as soon as we got like a glass of wine, the ladies were super nice. They're just talking to me. They're just like, oh, whatever's like, where are you going after this? Blah blah. Like it wasn't the same as that one as the other flight. Like these were definitely like older ladies that were not. They had their own thing going on, but it was still just it was like cool. Like all right, start talking to these people now. It turned into a nice little trip.
Yeah.
Only an hour flight, but still hour and a half.
But you're like, this was a good time.
It was better than me just like sitting there next to people sleeping and like drooling on me.
How long is the flight to Europe?
Like 5 or 6 hours.
I think it was 8 hours for me.
Well, you went
from
all
here
the way to Poland.
France.
Oh, to
And
France?
then 2 hours to Poland or something like that.
So I flew into
a long
Amsterdam, and
time.
I think it was like 6.
It's a long time, nonetheless. It's way more pleasurable if you're sitting next to somebody you enjoy sitting next to.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Or at least have like an area to stretch your legs
Area
out.
Or if you can watch like an Avengers Infinity War.
Well, so on all those flights, they
that
should
is my
give you.
favorite
Yeah, that's
airplane thing now. Is that
just let me
international
put
flights,
on-
especially?
Yeah, they
have
always give you a
TVs
TV.
there,
Yeah.
and there's some
Yeah.
decent movie selections.
Oh yeah. I just
Yeah.
like load up my laptop with some movies and then just
Yeah.
watch them from there. Because then you have to deal with like the commercial, like the breaks every time.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah, and you can also like
You just know what you
sometimes
have.
and sometimes though like you also like finish like or the plane is like as it starts going into a descent, it usually cuts off your movie. But
Yeah.
if you have it on like your laptop or something, you can finish that movie.
Yeah, you can just keep it
It's true.
rolling.
Yeah, as people are
true.
getting up. And
Yeah,
you're
whenever
just
they have an
waiting.
announcement, it
Yeah.
interrupts it. and
Exactly.
they're
It's
Like,
like,
I
oh,
don't
fuck
even
that."
care. I don't even care what you're saying. Yeah, just go ahead, lay in the plane. I need to watch this.
The only
Last
weird thing
time-
is, go ahead.
The last time I went, they had Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
I don't know that it had been released yet on DVD, but it was
Ooh.
in the airplane.
Ooh.
And I watched it back to back, and then had time for another movie.
I remember when we
It's a
were
long
going
flight.
to Arizona, and we had to the plane had to land in
Yes.
Albuquerque because some lady wasn't feeling good.
There was
Oh,
some
that's
sort of
annoying.
medical emergency.
Yeah, so we were flying. We were like a half hour to like finish this flight, and they're like, "Nope, we got to land now. We're gonna land in Albuquerque."
So do you guys have to get onto
So
a new
this-
flight, or do you guys
No,
chill?
we just chilled on the plane. They were like,
Sat
"Stay
there
on the plane."
forever.
We sat there for like an hour.
Do they
But
give you
when
anything?
we landed? Did they? I thought they came by with like drinks or something.
I mean, they always come by with drinks.
No, like alcoholic
that was
drinks, or
I
just
don't
no,
know.
they
Like,
didn't give
count
us
that.
any
Oh,
alcohol.
they just gave you like.
But then
some
we had to like
pop.
take off again and land like a half hour
We
later.
had a pretty decent crowd around us, though.
But
It
I
wasn't
remember
terrible.
I remember landing into Albuquerque, and then it's like, all right, we can get our phones back
Yeah.
on, check on what we missed in the world here. And one of the things we missed was the Avengers Endgame trailer had just been released while we were on the plane. So it was like, we landed in Albuquerque, and we're just like, oh, dude, Avengers Endgame trailer. We got to see this.
Watching that.
We got to see this right now.
We're watching it.
And we watched it like
us are watching
yeah,
it.
we watched it like 2
Everybody's
times.
watching it.
That's crazy.
That
Good.
was great.
That's my memory from Albuquerque is watching the Avengers Endgame trailer.
What a memory. Hey, have you ever been to New
Where
Mexico?
were you?
I was watching.
Yeah, it's where I saw
stopped in there for a little bit, watched the Avengers Endgame trailer.
You know the trailer of Avengers Endgame?
Saw it in Albuquerque.
I first saw it in Albuquerque.
Whatever. Not a big deal.
Never actually been outside in Albuquerque, but in an airplane.
But we can be like, we were in Albuquerque.
I was there.
Emergency landing.
Yeah.
Some lady got sick.
Some lady wasn't feeling well. They had to get her to Albuquerque.
This is normally our time, Eric. This is normally Bro's trip.
Yeah,
about. Within the next month and a half.
Hey, you can go to Dallas. I think Jerry World is still trying to take fans.
I'm all about
October,
Jerry
November.
World.
That's a weird thing about the NFL. Some of these stadiums and some of these teams are like, we're gonna have fans. We're gonna have some fans, and other teams are like, we're gonna have no fans.
Well, and the
Which is
Lions
like a
only
weird
said for the first
competitive-
2 home games too. Like
Yeah,
they
so
only
that's
said
their
the first
first
2.
They're like,
I
our
think they're
first
leaving
2.
it open-ended so that in case
It's
something
weird,
happens.
but it's like a weird, I don't know if
It's gonna be
some
odd.
coaches are kind of complaining about it. It's like a competitive disadvantage.
I wish.
We're playing in front of no home fans here, so it's quiet for the other teams.
Now Seattle
offense.
gets to pump in
Now
that
we're
home
going-
that crowd noise
Oh,
regardless.
yeah. Seattle's got any fans in there, it's gonna be noisy.
Oh no, they just got that crowd
I don't
noise
think-
regardless.
Yeah.
They're always getting accused of pumping in crowd noise.
I wish they'd all
That's
just
Atlanta.
agree on
I heard
no
Seattle.
fans and make sure these games happen.
Yeah.
That's
Make
the
sure
key
they
thing.
happen.
That's the important thing. Let's make these games happen so that we can play fantasy football.
What if like
That's
a
the important
team
thing.
went down from like doing like that pregame
Ass slapping?
no, well, maybe. But no, the
Ass
pregame
slapping,
pregame like signatures where like, they're out in warm ups and like little
Yeah.
kids are down and they're just like signing.
Not to
What if a
Yeah,
whole team went down from that?
Oh my God! Some
Oh.
little boy put down the whole
Wee.
Detroit Lions.
That'd be annoying.
Wouldn't be
I'd
the
be
craziest
angry
thing
at
to
that
happen to
boy.
the Lions. I would expect it.
It would happen to either the Lions, the Bills, or the Browns.
Yep.
Those are the 3
Browns.
teams.
Yep.
You guys
Yeah.
got to watch out. Huge
Yeah.
COVID outbreak's going to hit one of you. You're going to be like 12-0, and COVID's going to hit, and you're going to end
Out
the
of the
season
playoffs.
12-4.
You'd have to know.
Yeah.
They'd have to do
and
it
out
at.
of the playoffs in
They'd
the
have to do it
wild
at
card
like
round.
9-0, like 9-0. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
hey, you guys
Oh,
like should win
COVID.
it.
I cannot even.
And then and then they
imagine.
just go on a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah. Don't even make the playoffs.
Like Stafford was like putting up career numbers and
Yeah.
then just actual COVID, not the fake
Yeah.
COVID that he had.
not
Yeah.
the false positive.
Yeah, not
the
that
true
false
positive.
positive
and then he gets real COVID, and it's like it's career ending.
You know who's gonna be fine though? It's the Patriots. They're gonna be just
They
fine.
had the most
They're
opt-outs.
gonna be
They're
playing like their 7th stringers and be like, oh wow, this guy's now a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
If I have any
this
faith
guy's
in any of the
amazing.
coaches to just get through it, it's Bill Belichick.
true.
He will do it right. Brad, thank you for being on the podcast
That's
this
it?
week. That's it.
Oh my God!
We
Yeah,
we
we're
enjoyed
already
having
over-
you.
Already
We,
over an hour, I'm sure.
Over an hour. Brad, we enjoyed having you
Wow.
on. Is there anything, we ask all our guests, is there anything you would like to promote or recommend to our listeners and our viewers? Anything at all?
Not really. Not really.
Anything? A show?
Love your wives.
Love your wives.
Feed your children.
Feed your children. All right. That works. That works, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You can, of course, email us at apmlpod@gmail.com, and you can find us on Instagram at a Pizza My Life Pod.
Are you just staring at me?
At a Pizza My Life Pod, and then you can find
very
us
sensual.
I
on,
know, it's just staring at
and
me.
then you can find us on Facebook as well. So check that
Tell them
out.
with your eyes. Where else you can find
Where
them.
else?
Where else?
What's your address?
Give us a call.
Do we have a phone number now?
Figure it out. But the last 4 digits are 9643.
Oh,
No, they're not.
try.
Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will
Bye-bye.
see you next week.
Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser.
I think somebody's had too many martinis.
everybody's head. Martinis.
Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser.
You drop it, it starts spewing out. Get that thing in your mouth.
It hits the ground. It's going. Pss, pss, pss. Get your mouth on it.
Get your mouth on it. Just suck.
Get your mouth on it and start.
Get your mouth on it.
Down.
Just start sucking away.
Just slurp, slurp.
Just keep going. Jeez, go until you burp.